Good evening. This is Hannah Klein. Welcome to my podcast, Hannah Klein's Time. Before starting my podcast, please download my podcast. If you could rate my podcast, that would be appreciated. I hope that you give me a high rate. And also, please visit my homepage. It's officialhannahklein.com. It's very easy. So I would like to start today's podcast with just yesterday's quick trip. Kyoto is actually not so far, and I just take Shinkan-sen, and it's about 2 hours, and I just look outside, sleep, and get out of Shinkansen and do something. I visit Shin Osaka. It's not very far to either. Um, I really I really like Shinkansen. To be honest, even to go to Tokyo, like a lot of people use a plane to go to Tokyo. Um, it takes time to go through security, and also it takes time to go to the airport in the first place. So I just um, I don't have any problem, people the airport security opening up everything basically, but it's easy for me to just go go to Tokyo by Shinkansen. It takes 4 hours, like 5 hours, about 5 hours. Well, less than 5 hours, I have to say. But yeah, it's easy. It's just the station's very close and so forth and forth. It goes on with the reasons, but I really like to travel by Shinkansen. Um, yeah, well, but anyways, there is a reason why I I went to Kyoto. Um, I happened, well, I met a curator from Tikotin Museum. Uh, it's a very prominent Japanese museum in Israel, and I am indeed very honored that with the fact that they would like to display my tops and wooden toys. And there's one issue all the time, okay? Maybe I might take it personally a little, and I feel very uncomfortable, in fact, because, well, I'm not making fun of kokeshi, but I have to say kokeshi is not only the only wooden toys that exist in Japan. And I have to say that at the same time, the wooden toys that I have are not the type of toys that is usual in Japan or common in Japan. But there are various kinds of wooden toys in Japan. So when I hear like like when I hear like when I say I collect wooden toys, I say wooden toys because it's not just tops about tops, but it has intricate systems, and at the same time, Mr. Hiri likes my late acquaintance like to make tops, wooden toys that he came up with for reasons, and I mean not just for reasons, but out of his imagination. So when I hear kokeshi, I feel a little bit of a disappointment. And at the same time, it's not just, the Japanese, culture is not only kokeshi. So, I mean, I'm not making fun of kokeshi, but, what I collect is not kokeshi. Okay? I'm just tired of listening to it. and and that's it. Okay. So, but anyway, I'm very pleased with the fact that Tikotin Museum is interested. But one thing, I gave the museum my ebook about Mr. Masaaki Hori, the craftsman uh, who was invited to 37 countries. He's a very renowned craftsman um, worldwide. He has met many politicians, state. Well, he was. Yes, he has met a lot of politicians. He was awarded as an honorary citizen from Seattle and Fort Lee. I mean, all these are facts. And um, I met him when he was much younger, all up until he got very sick. But it makes me very sad when I think of the time that he got sick. But anyway, I would like to talk about how I feel. I mean, it's honor. It's I feel honored that the very prominent Japanese museum is interested, and also it's the part that it's the museum is interested. That's very important because um in a sense and in many ways he is his works are evaluated as or classified as artifacts. So that's the part. That's a very big part. And I was discussing this with Mr. Fury for a long time. Long time ago, I did. And, yes, when I met him, I have to say this. He was alone in a public demonstration space. No one was around his corner, and he looked very lonely. And it was not because he looked lonely, but I just was curious what he was doing. I went up to him. Um, people might wonder, if I remember, those times, but I actually do like photograph. Like, I don't know why, but like it's like a recording sometimes when I imagine something. And I won't say that I remember everything that way. I just forget sometimes. But maybe his, the conversation with him was important, or just something that made me think a lot of things. But he was alone, and he was doing something. So I went up to him, and I actually gave the curator the brochure that I wrote for the memorial. And I believe that, I wrote a lot about how I met him and why, the reason I was interested in his work. When I was very, very little, like a kid, I have to say. Um, um, he was making something. He was making something, and I was wondering and looking at him. And he looked at me, and he started smiling. That's true. But he actually made a wooden toy. I still have it, of course, and they're going to Israel. But yeah, but I I I was. It was not because I was impressed at the time. I was just a kid, very tiny kid, and it's not something of adult feelings that I had, or knowledge that I had, but it was just simply because I was curious. And I had a lot of curiosities in my life, but I was so curious about what he was making all the time. And I was always wondering, if he was making something new, or what he was doing. And I was carefully watching what he was doing. And there was a plastic, I have to say, shade between him and me, because of the wooden, because of the safety. And also, I was very, very tiny, so he was laughing because I was very small at the same time. So I was uh like looking up at him, and from the frame, um yeah, looking up at him, I have to say, because I was so little at the time. And he was and my eyes were so big, so he remembers my eyes. He told me later about this, but I laugh, but that's the time, the fun part, um that we always laughed. but curiosity won. Really. And sometimes it's very important to have curiosity that way. Anyway, actually, I brought I wanted to bring some wooden tops and toys to the curator directly, so that she was able to see what I had, and how it moved, and why and I told her a lot of stories. Um, she actually read my book, and she told me how she felt about Mr. Masaki Hiroi. And, I was already impressed with it, but actually, just yesterday, I was so, I, I felt very, pleased, and, at the same time, I felt that it was very good that I visited her in Kyoto directly, to not just to greet her, but to bring a suitcase of a wooden toy. I mean, it wasn't not a large suitcase, but I brought basically each of the toys uh, that I could explain or I could suggest displays. Um, but I was looking at her reaction. She was very, very. She was amazed at one time. She was pleased. Um, I thought that it was so much worth that I went to Kyoto, just to show her the top, and that was actually what I wanted to do at the same time. We had dinner together, but that was something important to me because mattered to me because it's not just the fame or privilege or honor that I wanted, or its honor comes after because of the museum, but at the same time, I really wanted to show that those tops have meanings, including he made tops of dogs for me. It was like I had mini Dashin, and he created a cute mini Dashin wooden doggy with tops. um yeah, it's just something I remember, you know um those tops. I just asked some of um about some of the tops, like they're a little bit of a scary story, like like the woman playing shamisen, and her neck just travels around getting longer and so forth, and Mr. Masaki Hori made a top of it out of it, and I thought it was very funny, but I just wondered if Israeli children would enjoy it. And also, we discussed how people get to know how certain tops move. I mean, it's something to play, and at the same time, it has to be in good condition, and it has to be displayed in a certain manner. So she came up with a very good idea. So I was very excited uh, at her plan. So I just feel more positive about not just I just I feel what I just noticed and learned what I have to do in a very short time. But anyway, I was very pleased, and yeah, I was just very pleased, and I felt that it was worth bringing her tops, and I really wanted to bring her tops anyways. So, and she could not take it, but take them home now but anyway, uh, it was so wonderful that I had such a wonderful time in Kyoto, and I came back at night. I really it's really like it's like in Kansai area, like I can go like hop on a train and come back like I don't have to stay overnight there, and I really like that kind of like um I have to say like easiness. And so I really like Kansai area, and my relative lives there. And Kyoto is a very nice place. My ancestor was from Kyoto, and they came all the way down uh, to the southern part 1,000 years ago. But anyway, um, yeah. But when I was at the station, Kyoto, I had to find one thing: akafuku, the rice cake. it's it's so good. I really love it. I tried to take picture of it, and I just opened, and I had a cat fight with my mother over how much to eat. Well, I just had like, well, like she was saying, oh, I have to have dinner, blah blah blah. So I had a little scoop of like akahuku, and she started to say, like, it's not fair that you're eating and so forth. And then the next day, um, she started to say, I'm full because I ate a lot of things. And it turns out that she ate a lot of akafuku that I brought home. Uh, and it was like just one piece left. So, but anyway, yeah, akafuku is a very it's a ise mochi. Like mochi is a rice cake, but it's from rice, and also it's a very fine um, uh, rice bean, not rice beans, sorry, red beans. But I have really loved this type of this akafuku for decades, not just for the last 2 years or 3 years. I have loved this since my childhood, all the time. So, yes, I got it, of course, at the station. And I could not get many things, but it was not my point at a trip, and I just wanted to stay focused on what I wanted to do, and I could we had nice dinner. I had nice dinner with the curator. It was very nice. It was a very nice time, and also I know what to do exactly now. So I have to do a lot of things about for the museum, but I'm very excited that my tops will be displayed in May. So I hope that you go to the museum. I almost, I don't often talk about this type of thing. Like, please go to Tikotin Museum, like something like that. I mean, I'm not talking about this like Tikotin Museum, but like I'm not saying that please go to like the book tour, blah blah blah, all these things. But anyway, um, but please visit Tikotin Museum in May, and there will be exhibit of various Japanese artifacts, not just Mr. Hirai's, but there will be Mr. Hirai's artifacts displayed in May this year. Uh, so, but Mr. Hirai's, I will talk a little about Mr. Hirai. he did experience in the tragic childhood. He doesn't know what uh, the last moment of his mother. Well, he knows at the same time, but um, it is a very heartbreaking childhood. But it's not about overcoming his his sadness, but he did try to see the facts, and he did not look away. He did not look away from the real facts that he wanted to see all the time. And that was very important to him when he visited the United States or the Western countries, like Holland. I don't know how many Japanese people are aware, but back in 80s, 70s, 80s, there were veterans or people who did not have good impression towards Japan because of the history, because of the war. Um, it's sad. It's very sad. In fact, he 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 was invited to go to Holland during those difficult times, and um, he he did face the hatred or animosities, but at the same time, he did not look away. He did not run away from it, and he was making a lot of wooden toys. I mean, it sounds like people may not understand what it means, but a lot of European people were interested in what he was doing in the end. And there were a lot of Europeans, not just from Holland, who came to visit him to purchase his, well, not to purchase, but to get his wooden tops, like the one that turns upside down. That's the top that he actually created first. But nobody knows, and he's, many people say, oh, this is like something that you see in Japan. No, he recreated it. He came up with recreating it, and he made it one day. He succeeded it. He brought them to European countries, and many people were interested in it. I have to say, this is not him saying. He did not say this, but I believe that he contributed. It's not too much to say. He did contribute to making good impressions about Japan. And he was a part of Japanese culture. He represented Japanese culture, but when I saw him for the first time, nobody was interested. What he told me later, I have much better reputation in Tokyo. I have better guests in Tokyo, but in the southern part of Japan, like your hometown, nobody is interested. This is very sad. I was pretty sad when I heard it. I mean, this is very sad. Like, I don't know what else to say, but it's true. I mean, in Tokyo, I have met a lot of people, who are personally acquainted with him. And I cannot name any of them, but I have met people, and but I just have to say, um, the the it's I think I really when I saw the curator yesterday, I felt that she understands his humor, even though she did not see Mr. Hori. And I am just, I just, it's not um, something flattering, but I just felt very special, and I, I very feel uh, grateful that my tops are going to Israel because a lot of people from different countries, and also uh, by looking at her, I believe that I saw the kindness of Israelis in a sense, like the nature of an Israeli person, really. And so I have to say, I hope that Israeli people visit Tikotin Museum, and also I hope a lot of people, non-Jewish people who are interested in Japan, in Israel, um, and the Jewish people who have faith in Israel, visit the Tikotin Museum in May. Yeah, please do so. But anyway, I hope that it's going to be a successful exhibition, and I work hard for it too. So, um, anyway, I have to say good night, and it's good evening in Israel. It's Passover. Um, yeah, it was Passover. Uh, uh, yeah, people must have had Passover dinner on Saturday, last Saturday, and I I pray for the goodness of Israel. So anyway, good night.